We are staying on top of a developing story this morning on the Upper East Side. The number of Legionnaires' disease cases growing yet again.
Yeah, the city came out with a list of buildings with cooling towers where Legionnaire bacteria was found. Kristie Keleshian joins us live on the Upper West Side with more details on this health concern. Good morning, Kristie.
Good morning, Jennifer and Aziza. As you mentioned, there are 31 buildings that have been tested positive for Legionella bacteria. 19 of them, including the Guggenheim behind us here, have undergone remediation. And the Guggenheim, of course, tested positive for that Legionella bacteria. And the city says that the rest of these buildings are expected to have the remediation completed by the end of today. And as of Friday night, there have been at least 54 cases of Legionnaires' disease citywide and throughout the Upper East Side. And the city had warned about the outbreak last week. So since then, we've seen 54 cases. And last we heard, there are 18 that are currently hospitalized. And DOH officials trace back these diagnoses back to the Upper East Side here. The list of locations and of the infected towers also includes a Whole Foods, a summer day camp, doctor's offices, and residential buildings. The DOH has asked buildings throughout the area to drain, clean, and disinfect their cooling towers. Last night we heard from residents and the city health commissioner. Take a listen.
Are you concerned about potentially being exposed to this? Of course, but there's nothing I can do. I have to breathe.
We're still avidly conducting a thorough investigation to confirm which exact location is harboring the live Legionella bacteria, which is causing people to get sick.
And the city's traced back the outbreak to these three zip codes on the Upper East Side: 10128, 10028, and 10075, east of Central Park, between 76th and 97th Streets. The DOH adds that the outbreak is not traced to plumbing in any of these buildings, so it's safe to drink, bathe, and use AC units. And while there is a list of buildings that have tested positive for the bacteria, a separate list will come out at a later date on which buildings have actually made people sick. That is a separate list. And Legionnaire's disease is a potentially deadly form of pneumonia and is not transmissible from person to person. Symptoms can include shortness of breath, fever, cough, diarrhea, and confusion. And the Guggenheim Museum here says it conducts regular monthly checks of its cooling tower. It says it's completed remediation and uses a third party to do this. And of course, the city says anybody else who is feeling these symptoms should call their doctors immediately. Live on the Upper East Side, Kristie Keleshian, CBS News, New York.
All right, Kristie, thank you so much. We'll continue to bring you the latest developments on the Legionnaire's disease outbreak on the Upper East Side. We'll check back in with Kristie throughout the morning for new updates.